Yes, let's record our webinar so that there might be users who really wanted to join but they missed some for some reasons. So let's begin. Our Dr. Jumaniyazov, CEO and co-founder of Musaffa, has earned his bachelor's degree in business administration, majoring in accounting and finance from University of Tennessee. Then he went on earning his MBA from University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. Mr. Dilshod Jumaniyazov is also a CFA chart holder, showing his deep knowledge in investment and finance world, which is nowadays he is using to contribute financial stability of Muslims around the world. In his career journey, Mr. Dilshod Jumaniyazov was an equity researcher analyst at New Construct, and then he continued his academic journey, his career journey as a senior capital market analyst at Wells Fargo, one of the most distinguished investment firms around the world. Despite being in his peak at his career journey, Dilshod's passion to help Muslims around the world with investment platform, this led him to found Musaffa company. As the co-founder and CEO of president of the University of Tennessee Investment Group, Mr. Dilshod Jumaniyazov had a chance of meeting Warren Buffett. After meaningful discussion and his insights of Warren Buffett, Dilshod Jumaniyazov inspired to build financial halal investment platform for Muslims around the world so that they can reach financial stability and enjoy investment opportunities as much as other people do. So this is a quick introduction to our CEO and speaker, Mr. Dilshod Jumaniyazov. And feel free to give your questions at the end of the webinar. I'm really happy to deliver your questions. And if you need any help, I will be here available.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Again, thanks for joining. Thanks for actually, thanks for introduction, Nafizhan. And let's get started. Actually, would be we've done webinars before, but it's been a while. Inshallah, this is actually, we could call it like first official webinar since in 2024. Again, thank you for everybody for joining. Before we get started, inshallah, I think more people are joining. Just 1 second. Alayka, I'll go ahead and make you host. Just give me a minute. So you can keep letting people in, okay? 1 second. Okay, so let's get started. Again, before we get started, again, I want to share our vision and mission for Musaffa. Just 1 second, let me go and share my screen. Just a second. Thanks for your patience. Okay. We started Musaffa about 3.5 years ago. Alhamdulillah, I'll share some accomplishment, and with all the hard work the team is doing, we have over 407,000 people actually who decide to sign up and register. So let me start with our vision. Why did we start Musaffa in first place? As you guys know, there's tons of different investment platforms out there, but what's the reason? So vision is, inshallah, to establish Musaffa as exceptional and the go-to financial ecosystem for Sharia compliant investments globally by providing investors with a very safe and highly trusted environment. What do we mean by that? So our vision is grand as it's supposed to be. For example, if you want to search something online, where do you go? Automatically people go to google.com, right? They got the highest market share and it became synonymous, like search engine is Google, right? That's what you do. Inshallah, our vision also one day make Musaffa go to financial ecosystem. Basically what we mean by that, so if you want to buy something in the United States, usually, people usually go amazon.com, right? Automatically. So we want to make it sure that inshallah one day people want to invest any kind of Sharia compliant investment, be it halal stocks, halal ETFs, or Islamic bonds, which is schools, that would be inshallah a place to go. And of course, the next one is like, we want to create a very safe and highly trusted environment. What do we mean by that? So anybody comes inshallah to musaffa.com, they should feel like, as Muslims, they should feel like, okay, this is the environment I trust. From here and on, A to Z, inshallah, all the steps will be Sharia compliant. And this is what we're building. This is our vision. Again, make it default. Go to financial ecosystem for Sharia compliant investments globally, inshallah. And now that's our vision. Now our mission is actually leads to our vision. As you guys see, our mission is very, very straightforward. To empower every single Muslim investor on the planet with the necessary financial knowledge, innovative products, and accurate market information and cutting-edge technology, enabling them to make informed investment decisions and succeed in Sharia-compliant financial markets. So basically, what we plan to do, when we start Musaffa, we quickly realized that financial knowledge is something most actually Muslim investors are missing. Even I had my personal friends who've been very knowledgeable in financial products, but they were actually missing some knowledge in Islamic finance. For example, they were trading options and derivatives, right? And then once they know that it's not Sharia compliant, they stop doing that. So even knowledgeable people financially, traditional finance, they don't have enough knowledge in Islamic finance. That's why I think we built Musaffa Academy, which I'll get into shortly. And of course, innovative product is something extraordinarily. Why? Because there's so many complicated products like swaps, swaptions, derivatives, right? Got tons of different, like when it comes to traditional finance. But in Islamic finance, we have stocks, and now actually even Sukuk, which is Islamic bond market, is still like very, very illiquid. We have not even started. So there's tons of room that actually to innovate new products, inshallah, that's Sharia compliant. That's also in our mission. Of course, accurate market information has to be there by default, and cutting edge technology. What do we mean by that? Being Islamic or Sharia compliant doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be behind in technology. Alhamdulillah, we can get the last cutting edge technology, and we can still implement Islamic finance and be top notch when it comes to that. With all this, inshallah, our mission is to enable Muslim investors to make informed investment decisions, because now they have financial knowledge, now they have the technology, and we want them to succeed in Sharia compliant financial markets. Basically, this is our vision and mission. Our mission is what we are doing today. Our vision is, inshallah, what we plan to be in the future, next 5, 10, 20 years, inshallah. Okay, coming to that, I want to go a little bit delve into about the product. So before even we delve into anything, I want to explain something, that the whole reason of this meeting that we decided to actually conduct, because we're getting tons of questions all around the world. Alhamdulillah, we are bombarded with the questions. And one of the reasons is like we started, alhamdulillah, recently we started something called equity crowdfunding to raise funds from our community. So this is why we are being bombarded with a lot of questions, alhamdulillah. Now we said it's time actually go ahead and start doing live webinars so we can explain what this Musaffa is about. A lot of people asking questions, okay, what is it? Is it investment platform, or how we can invest in everything? So this topic is going to be more about like introducing Musaffa. We will stay away a little bit from talking about the terms of the investment, because under regulation crowdfunding, we cannot specifically talk about the terms of the investment. It's something that, inshallah, I'll show you. We have tons of actual information that you guys can go and do some research yourselves. But this is more about introduction to Musaffa for people who don't know what we are doing. And again, one reason I really want to pinpoint is like, of course, the companies, they need to grow, they need to raise funds. And we decided to follow something called equity crowdfunding, which means raising funds from our community instead of from large institution. The reason we decided to go this route, because we believe in our community, and we are community-driven company, and we want to make sure that our customers and who use our application and platforms, they also become our investors, so that our investors also believe in our vision and our mission wholeheartedly, so that it's completely aligned. As a customer, as a user, investor, could be the same people. And inshallah, that way, also, whoever comes and invests through crowdfunding, regulation crowdfunding we're talking about, they also automatically become our ambassadors. Like, they're going to convey the message, and there is a lot of synergy in there, inshallah. Okay, let me go ahead and start explaining what this Musaffa is about. So I want to guide you guys why Musaffa or Sharia compliant investment platforms extremely important for Muslims around the world. And luckily, it's a great opportunity for us to go and to teach people so they can come and actually they learn about the Sharia compliant investments. Okay, let me go ahead and get started. By the way, whoever has questions, please feel free to type your questions. And we have investor relations team, we have legal team actually put in place, and they will take your questions. And some of the questions, I'll do my best to answer them on the spot. If for some reason we don't have enough time, again, you guys can write your questions. If it's investment related, you can just write it to investors@musaffa.com, or you guys can reach out to me. I'm going to share my personal phone number and also business phone number, so you guys can reach out to me or the investor relations team with any questions you have. Inshallah, you'll have time to go over that. Okay, Bismillah, let's get started with the platform itself. Okay, let's get started. So Musaffa, what does the word Musaffa means? Let's start from there. Musaffa means, from Arabic, it means purified. Not just pure, but purified, which means like there was to be impure, so it was removed, and what's left is purified. That's what it means. And that's actually our day-to-day activity right now, because we actually make sure that the investment, which is Sharia compliant, is actually by removing all non-Sharia compliant investment from the marketplace, right? That's what we want to display. I'll share it with shortly, inshallah. So if you guys can see, alhamdulillah, as I was pointing out, we have over 407,000 people signed up on the platform all around the world, from over 180, actually 188 countries, which means like every country you can imagine, alhamdulillah, we have somebody using our platform. And we already like covered over 93,000 company, and actually stocks. I want to be very clear, it's not companies, because some companies, they have multiple tickers. For example, like, I believe some companies like Berkshire Hathaway, right, which is not compliant for our purpose, but they have multiple tickers. And as I was saying, this is what you guys can see. I'm going to share quickly how much we raised and everything. You guys can go over it yourselves. And we also have something called portfolio tracker. I will talk about it recently on our pitch deck. And our goal is to serve over 400 million Muslims on the planet. And alhamdulillah, right now we are 400,000 over. So we have to multiply it over several, like I think it's like by multiply by. So if you multiply by 400,000, like we're gonna have 4 million people, right? Inshallah, and then we're gonna have 40 million people, right? And multiply by. Anyway, inshallah, even if we serve like one day, I believe there will be at least 40 million Muslims on the platform, which is like we need to get 100 times more people coming, inshallah, over time. So these are problem solutions. I'm gonna go over a pitch deck. Inshallah, you guys gonna understand. Now I want to go over more about what we're building, and also I'll go over the team, inshallah, over the pitch deck. So we do have 3 offices. Alhamdulillah, our headquarters, we are a New York-based company, and we have in One World Trade Center on 85th floor, amazing view, facing Statue of Liberty. We have our headquarters, and alhamdulillah, we opened 2 more offices. We recently opened an office in Dubai. The reason is like, Dubai it's a perfect location, so we can reach out from the time zone perspective. We can reach out to this side of the world and that side, so it's right in the middle. So it kind of works out perfectly. In Tashkent, we also have a huge team, alhamdulillah. So you guys can go over the website and see our growth over time, inshallah. So let me just get into the platform itself, which is the most fun part. So let me go and log in. So here's the thing, interesting part. So we are building this platform, as I said, Musaffa.com. When you come to Musaffa.com, automatically you should envision, okay, I'm in safe hands, right? I want to make sure that when I come in here, like, I don't have to worry about investing or somehow, connected to non-Sharia compliant investments. So as you guys can see, we have over 24 analysts working 6 days a week, diligently, behind the door, amazingly. They go on A to Z and revolutionizing actually this screening process for Sharia compliant stocks. As you guys can see here, we have top trending halal stocks. So you see, you will not see non-Sharia compliant stocks. So you don't need to worry about it. When you come in, whatever you see is going to be Sharia compliant, inshallah, on the main page especially. So we have most active, most popular. We got top gainers, top losers, all Sharia compliant, 52 weeks and high. Of course, you can just maximize it, see it like for yourself. And this is, by the way, believe I'm looking at the US stocks. So again, most active, most popular, top gainers, top losers, 50 weeks high and 50 weeks low. All Sharia compliant, alhamdulillah. So going back, so of course you have halal stock collection. This is where you can come in and says, okay, I want to invest in technology stock. I want to make sure they are Sharia compliant. Okay. So when you do that, you can just click on it. These are all Sharia compliant stocks based in the US. And you can also look healthcare, top halal healthcare stocks, top cyclical stocks, a mega cap, large cap. For example, mega cap, you have something like ExxonMobil, you got Tesla, Procter & Gamble. You can see, and then you have large cap. You can also, based on the how big the company is, right? So alhamdulillah. So now it's just a little bit introduction. Oh, this is the beautiful part. Super investor portfolio. So I'm wondering what Warren Buffett is buying and selling. Okay, whatever he's buying, is it Sharia compliant or not? Because if he's buying amazing stocks and if it's not Sharia compliant, it's useless for us. So there's no way we can even know what's in his hands. But in United States, actually, whoever big asset managers, if they manage more than $100 million, they have to disclose their holdings every quarterly under 13F filing. So if you go here, now I can see whose portfolio is what. These are all big hedge funds, all the big monies, right? And we can see how much money they're managing. For example, Warren Buffett is managing $331 billion. And we consider 54% of his holdings as Sharia compliant because the Apple is like huge part of it. Already 41% is actually Sharia compliant. So we can see what holds is Sharia compliant or not. So we can, this is, I think, very, very useful because there's huge money managers. David Tepper is one of the legendary investors, for example. Now, for example, if there's a stock like PDD Holdings, right? If it's not halal, there's no point for me to even look at it. But now I can at least see which stocks actually they invested, and we can see the holdings. For example, look, amazing. Look, this United Parts Services, it's a Sharia compliant, and then he actually recently this guy actually increased his holdings, right? Maybe he found something actually very fundamental. Maybe it's a strong company. Again, it's good to do research. This is also important. And also we have something called, before I get to Musaffa Academy, I'll get there. This is the extremely important part of our Musaffa. Musaffa Academy, we decided that there was a huge lack of financial knowledge from Muslims compared to traditional finance. And we decided to change the landscape one day at a time. Alhamdulillah, so far we have published over, I believe, 600 articles in the past 2-3 years. And amazingly, if you go to Google right now, I challenge you, you just can go Google here. If you just type halal stocks, so alhamdulillah, we somehow turned it to be on one of the first page right here. Musaffa.com came up, right? And then you can see Musaffa Academy. You know, we already on the first page. in most countries. I was amazed because we were recently in Malaysia, and we just have halal stocks. It came up over Birds in Malaysia, and they were like, wow. It was the first company was actually Musaffa. Why? Because we write a lot of articles, and this come up actually on the search. And interestingly, I want to share something very interesting about Musaffa Academy. Here we go. So recently, based on FitSpot, they tracked the top 15 Islamic finance companies that teach education platforms around the world. Alhamdulillah, we were surprisingly ranked number 5 in the world. We have maybe 2 people right now write articles for the past 2 years, and then we rank number 5 in the world, but doing something passionately on the side. So inshallah, our plan is in the future, bring this Musaffa to number 1 spot throughout the world by actually allocating more, inshallah, more resource and more employees into that. So that was surprising. So we do have Musaffa Academy. I want to just quickly go. For example, I want to see like understand Islamic financial management, right? Different articles, navigating the digital world. So let's say we go this, and it automatically goes to Academy, and you have over like, you can do search. For example, I want to see what's going on with Tesla, right? So let's do search. Oh, I have these articles about Tesla, several articles you can go over, right? So inshallah, we will structure it in a lot better, inshallah. Okay, so quickly, I want to go really quick because it might take some time. So I'm gonna go fast a little bit, then we'll ask questions. This is extremely important feature, my portfolio. Right now, what people can do all around the world, let's say they have an account in Robinhood in US or Charles Schwab, any kind of big brokerages, what they can do right now on Musaffa, they can link their existing accounts into Musaffa, and Musaffa is gonna display all their holdings, and it's gonna tell them it's Sharia compliant or not. Not on just on tap, it also shows how much of it you have to purify. So let me go quickly. So for example, it's a test account we've been analyzing. So you can add portfolio, you can add multiple portfolios here from different platforms. Maybe you have an account in Fidelity or Robinhood. You can add it here, and then once you add it, for example, let's say Robinhood. So now you can see on Robinhood, it's a test account. I can see my holdings, what percent is actually Sharia compliant, what's not Sharia compliant. This one shows 54% is not 55% not Sharia compliant. Whatever doubtful, whatever halal, they can see in one space. And what beautiful thing about it again, I need to tell you about this one extremely important thing I don't want to miss. That's something called purification. When the stock says it's Sharia compliant, it's under the condition that the non-halal portion has to be purified. And I'll get to that in a minute. And we can calculate it automatically right here. What kind of purification we need to do on the portfolio. And you can see that in one place. And inshallah, in our future plan, we want to add like enable trading feature when you can buy and sell right on spot through Musaffa platform. Inshallah, that's coming. So going back really quickly, it's just introduction, but I want to show you guys very fast this one. So for example, United States, as you guys can see, we have analyzed over 6,600 stocks in the United States. So, but then you can see which stocks are Sharia compliant or not. Well, if it's doubtful or not halal, I'm not interested as a Muslim, right? I'm interested if they're Sharia compliant. I don't really care how much profitable the business is. If it's not Sharia compliant or not halal, I'm not gonna touch it. So from that perspective, I don't have to spend time. I just go here. I say, okay, country. As you guys can see, there's multiple countries we're covering all globally. And I say, okay, United States is the most popular market. I'm gonna choose United States. I want to choose, let's say, information technology, and compliance. I wanted to make sure it's halal. So out of 6,600 stocks, how many companies actually, how many stocks are Sharia compliant and actually in information technology sector, right? 296. This is what I need. It saves me so much time as a Muslim because I don't have to deal with it, how to analyze the stock. And I'll show you in a minute that it's extremely complicated to actually analyze stock for Sharia compliance. And we do have the best Sharia advisors on board. And I'll introduce very shortly. So for example, if I want to go and says, I'm just Salesforce. Okay, it's a 3-star. What the 3-star means? A lot of people, we get so many questions. If it's Sharia compliant, why you have the stars? It's confusing. It's not, and I'll explain you why. And this is extremely important you guys understand that for investment perspective. So if it's 3-star, it means, think about it this way. Sharia compliant means as long as it qualifies some kind of like some kind of conditions, it qualifies as Sharia compliant. For example, non-Sharia compliant revenue, if it's less than 5%, it's still investable based on IFA methodology we follow. So let's say the company has 96%, let's say easy way. Whatever the revenue they make, let's say they make 1 million revenue, right? If it's 5% or less is from non-Sharia compliant sources, I can still invest under the condition I have to purify that non-purified part. Just to keep it simple, if I make $100 from a stock, Sharia compliant, but $4 maybe is not Sharia compliant, so I have to purify that by giving the check automatically. And this is a condition. Under this condition, only under this condition, we can invest in the stock. But a lot of people, I would say, from our experience, talking to thousands of people, they have no idea. If it's Sharia compliant, they go and actually, they buy it, they keep all the profit to themselves. But this is not Sharia compliant. Unless you purify the portion, that's not Sharia compliant. What do I mean by that? For example, why did you get a 3-star? So think about it this way. This is the way I want to really explain it very, very simple to anybody. If you have 100 students in a classroom, they take exam. 30 people, 30 students, they pass the exam. 70 students, they failed the exam. So we put them on the side. Now we have this 30 students, they passed the exam. Now we are saying, well, who's the top 20% performance? They're gonna get 5 stars. Who's lowest 20% performance? They're gonna get 1 star. So we basically, even though it's a Sharia compliant, we can still divide based on how Sharia compliant it is. For example, this is a 3-star. Why? 94% of the revenue is Sharia compliant, which means like still 2.56% not Sharia compliant. That's why they get 3-star, one of the reasons, right? So, and again, you can also see detailed reports, like where they're making the revenue, what's doubtful, and how much of it is actually basically interest income. We deduce them if they're not given the financial report, by the way. So we go through every single, without analysis, every single stock that's imaginable. For example, let's say I wanna look at the star that has a Musaffa score of 5. Okay, I'm not interested in low. This is the best of the best when it comes to Sharia compliance, right? So, okay, why do you think this company raised 5 stars? So when you go click, you're gonna realize that, well, almost 98.5% Sharia compliant. So non-Sharia compliant part is very small. Again, I'm gonna move on because it's been half an hour. I'm trying to go over. But the point is, again, this is extremely important. I wanna reiterate one more time. So basically, when it says Sharia compliant stock, it's Sharia compliant under the condition that you will have to purify. Okay, you will have to purify the part that's not Sharia compliant. And AOFA methodology, based on that, they say if the revenue, whatever they make revenue, is less than 5% of non-Sharia compliant, you can invest. For example, 95%, 96, 97% of revenue Sharia compliant, you can invest. But whatever non-Sharia compliant, you have to purify by giving out to charity. But the next question comes. There is almost no way that it's very hard to calculate the purification amount accurately. But Musaffa did that for you, for all Muslims. So basically, if I go here as a Muslim, I'm gonna go here. I wanna say, okay, purification calculator. So let's say I bought Apple stock and I bought 1,000 share stocks. And I'm gonna say, well, any day, let's say I bought it this day and I'm gonna sell it today. Calculate how much I need to purify. So now it's automatically doing all the math behind the scene. Now it's gonna calculate $879 from that profit, it has to be purified. And how did that happen? This is the calculation. If I bought 1,000 shares of Apple on this day, sold this day, then I hold it 271 days. And then based on this, my purification amount this much. And if I really bought 1,000 shares of stock at that day, I sold it today, I have to give this part to charity. I cannot keep it. And this is what comes as a part of education. So quickly, one last thing I want to just go over very quickly. We came up with something ETF screener that was not available ever. So Muslims were limited to invest in like less than I would say dozen maybe Sharia compliant ETFs, but we made a revolutionary change. What we did was we worked diligently, and it took us 9 months and a lot of communication with our Sharia advisors. Finally, get this world's, as we know of, again, world's first real ETF screener. And based on that, as you guys can see, so let's say I want to go compliance. So it means now we say we have 45 ETFs that's investable. That was not existent before. Okay, unless ETFs means it's a collection of stocks. Instead of investing one company, investor can invest a bunch of companies at one, as if like they're buying one stock. For example, if they go iShares Semiconductor, for example, there are so many different technology companies, and they're all Sharia compliant. Based on that, we created the, as far as we know, again, the first real ETF screener in the world, alhamdulillah. And this is what's called like innovative products. Okay. So last thing before we move on, of course, I will take some questions and everything. Okay. The portfolio again is extremely important. Again, you can monitor your portfolios. Inshallah, you can also buy and sell. Inshallah, coming soon. So we went through this, we went through the screener. Of course, you can also use the watch list to add your any kind of stocks. You can keep it, and then if there's an update, you will get notification. So this is just the gist of it, and we've done it with thousands. As you guys can see, there's a lot of work involved. We have analyzed over 90,000 stocks all around the world, and as you guys can see, it's been a lot of hard work because we had to go through, for example, all these markets, right? All these markets. So country, as you guys can see, it's not just US. So for example, you can go India. There's a lot of actually our customers and valued customers and users coming from India. Now I can see all Indian stocks, right? So this has been a challenge because again, there's a lot of companies we have to cover, and our 24 analysts doing a fabulous job, alhamdulillah. Okay, before we take any questions, I want to go through the pitch deck quickly. And then inshallah, we'll allocate like not a lot, maybe 15 minutes for questions. And then inshallah, after that, we'll wrap it up. Again, we want to limit to 1 hour. But anybody has any kind of question, they're more than welcome to reach out to us, to me directly. I'm going to share my personal email as well as like our investor relations email. You guys can reach out, email us, ask any kind of question related to, it doesn't have to be investment. It can be just anything about Musaffa. We would love to explain to you, sit down, explain why we are doing what we're doing. Again, going back to our vision and mission, we are extremely passionate about it. Every single member. We have over, all team members, we have over 60 people right now working for Musaffa, alhamdulillah. And I think that we are making a revolutionary change in Islamic finance. And by the way, before I go, I want to show you something really interesting. So let's see what people are saying about us. Okay, so alhamdulillah, this is our Musaffa app on Android. As you guys can see, it's showing 500 downloads, 500,000 downloads. But alhamdulillah, I think we have 860,000 downloads already. 860, over 860. But of course, when it's reached a million, it's gonna get updated. But based on that, it's showing 4.7. Alhamdulillah, about 4,580 reviews. It's showing 4.7. And we are very active on Android. For now, inshallah, we're getting into the Apple also. And also, if you look at the Apple, 1 second, I believe it was in here. It's also, I think, 4.8 rating, something like that. Okay, if you guys gonna give me 1 minute, I'm gonna start sharing it, okay? So, okay, let me go and share. Thank you for your patience. I know you guys have a lot of questions. Inshallah, we'll do our best to answer them on time, okay? So this is the pitch deck. By the way, everybody can download it. It's extremely easy, and we'll guide you after this one. I just want to go through quickly so you guys understand what this Musaffa is about. Okay, what kind of company is Musaffa? What we are building. Alhamdulillah. So our intention is pure. Intention is straightforward. We want to empower Muslim investors globally, not just one country, globally, through education. And inshallah, through education, they come to a platform and they can actually invest and actually do quite well financially, inshallah. So second page. So this is the quickly I want to go over. Okay, let me do this. Problem, everybody knows the problem, right? What the problem is facing Muslims? Despite huge global interest, there's a shortage of education, Islamic finance, and halal investment options. And I think everybody agrees with that. Because again, there's huge interest, but the material or literature is very limited online. So again, second problem, Muslims are not allowed to invest in non-Sharia compliant financial instruments. Muslims, derivatives not Sharia compliant, options, forward, future, swaps not Sharia compliant. So we cannot invest bonds, traditional bonds. That's basically fixed interest rate, riba based. It's not, and the majority of stocks are not Sharia compliant. And we didn't put it here, but the last time we did research about liquid assets. If you do not include crypto, that's a different topic. But if you look at the liquid markets, like 84% of trading volume happens with the derivatives, forward, future, swaps, options, and about 8% to 9% in the fixed income. But only 8% of the 8 to 9% of the global trading volume happens in the stock market. But even if that stock market, based on our estimation, about 70% of them are actually non-Sharia compliant. That means Muslims are only allowed to invest when it comes to liquid asset classes, only about 2.4%, 2.5% of the whatever available. That's why it's extremely important what we build it actually serve Muslims, because they don't have a lot of place to go if they want to invest in a Sharia compliant way. So again, there is no easy way for Muslims to screen, research, and invest Sharia compliant stocks, ETFs globally. Okay, we are actually didn't put the scoop. Inshallah, we're also working on how to bring liquidity to the market. Inshallah. So this is the solution we came up with: learn about halal investment and connect with fellow Muslim investors globally. We want to create also a Musaffa community. We'll go through it quickly. Screen 120,000 stocks and 9,000 ETFs for now. And research and invest only in halal stocks, halal ETFs, and Islamic bonds, inshallah. And that's what our plan. Again, let's look at the market. So we estimate, of course, we have the source over there as well. Around 1 billion people are actually literate Muslims globally. 1 billion, okay? Literally. Out of that, 400 million is estimated to be serviceable obtainable market, which means like they're in the age of between 18 and 45. And this is something Musaffa is aiming for as a company. And out of that, even if you get 0.5% of that market is so huge, we will still have 2 million, inshallah, one day paying customers. So this is our business model. Again, everybody can download it. We have right now, we just started monetization recently, and we have over 2,600 people actually paying customers. And on average, we make around $100,000 right now. And our plan is actually, especially after launching trading platforms, inshallah, one day in the next 3 years, let's say we get to, inshallah, 2 million people paying $60 on average. Again, we've been conservative on the pricing, and we expect to make a revenue of 100 million, inshallah, over 100 million. So right now, market validation. Okay, yes, market has been validated. Yes, 407,000 people come to the platform and they find it useful. And one more interesting thing, that we already linked over 1,000 portfolios from people are coming and they're signing up. For example, as I showed, they're linking their Robinhood account, maybe a TD Ameritrade, and then they already linked over $25 million worth of assets and over 1,000 accounts. We have a huge social media follower, and especially this is interesting. We just checked today. Actually, we have over 2 million page views in the last 12 months from Musaffa Academy and Musaffa.com, and also our screening platform. Alhamdulillah. This is a traction, as you guys can see. Alhamdulillah, people are coming. It seems like it's going forward. So we have over 407,000 people sign up on the platform. And we have some B2B partners. They actually buy our data so they can serve their customers as well. So we do also have a B2B partnership, which we sell our data to different platforms, not just Sharia compliant companies, also non-Sharia compliant companies. They're also interested because they want access to Muslim market. So product roadmap quickly. This is what we're building. Musaffa Academy community. Again, we displayed we showed what Musaffa Academy does. And also we have Musaffa community is extremely important. We want to create a community, inshallah, that all Muslims around the world, they can come, and we will have, inshallah, all Sharia advisors, best Sharia advisors we can get, and they can ask all the questions, and we want to create under Musaffa umbrella. Of course, once you do global halal stock and ETF screener, once you screen, it's not enough. Maybe that it's a 5-star halal stock, doesn't mean it's profitable, because you have not done fundamental research on this one. So this is just a filter, filtering out which companies I can go after. Instead of analyzing 100 companies, I analyze only 30, because I don't have to focus on non-Sharia compliant ones. So you have to do fundamental investment research. Inshallah, this is something also Musaffa is building. And alhamdulillah, personally, I have a good background on researching these stocks. So, and then of course, we can invest through Musaffa platform. Again, I was talking about buy and sell buttons and everything, by linking existing brokerage accounts. And after that, it's extremely important. We plan to build Musaffa proprietary Sharia compliant trading platform. It will be heavily notification based. Basically, again, if somebody asks, okay, can you explain business in a minute? I would explain that this way. Muslims can come to the platform. They can screen the stocks or ETFs for Sharia compliance. After that, they find out which are Sharia compliant. They can do fundamental research. And once they're done, they can buy and sell or trade or invest in the same platform, and then calculate the purification amount. As soon as they sell, they can purify on the spot. And of course, at the end, like we can calculate zakat by using our zakat calculator. We can help them to calculate zakat once a year. So these are actually coming. This is what building A to Z solution. When you come to Musaffa, basically intention is you come clean, you go home clean. Okay, this is the solution, inshallah, Musaffa aims to solve. And so this is computation. Again, we're looking at different. We want to keep it affordable, so that, again, how do we make it affordable so that it's going to be go-to platform for Muslims around the world, right? So it has to be affordable for people, but at the same time, it has to be, we are one of the most accurate Sharia compliant, like Sharia, we provide screening solutions, and this is what you can see. And we are more than welcome to go over any company we analyze and challenge us. Inshallah, we welcome that. And also, it's extremely important, we do have Sharia compliance certificate for Musaffa, stock screening methodology, and our ETF screening criteria or methodology. And these are given by world-renowned Sharia advisors. We have Dr. Adnan actually sits on the AOFA, which means like AOFA is Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institutions. These guys will actually make the rules. He sits on the board, and we have Mufti Farazada, very well known from UK as well, from Aman Advisors. And they actually guide us through this path through Sharia compliance. So one thing I need to mention, that we go over 10,000 of annual reports, quarterly reports, and we generate over, I think, 300 to 400 to 500 line items. We have to go, for example, like one item could be like operating lease or finance lease. How do we treat that from Sharia compliant, right? So we have a say-so. So that's why we communicate with them so much, and alhamdulillah, they guide us, and based on that, we make rules that we follow in Musaffa, going intricately going inside the financial reports, not just looking at the balance sheet, income statement, or cash flow statement. We go way deep to footnotes, and we make so many different adjustments. Alhamdulillah, so far we have a lot of room to grow, a lot of room to improve, but given the situation right now, I think we are one of the best, inshallah, alhamdulillah, in the industry right now. So again, team, again, it's me, and then Akram is Jagardar is actually my partner and co-founder. He's the chief operating officer, and actually he used to work for Wahid Invest, and a lot of people know Wahid Invest because they're one of the first Islamic fintech companies to emerge. I think last time they were valued about $300 million. So Akram actually was the chief operating officer and hired over 50 people, I believe, and he helped them to raise funds over $40 million. And we have again CTO and Rashideke, also Rinat is here. Actually, he's our chief legal officer. So anybody has any kind of legal questions, this is the person to go, and he's very diligent. Alhamdulillah, he's been extremely helpful to protecting Musaffa from all legal aspects. Alhamdulillah. Okay, this is important because I don't know if you guys know, but he's Nabil Fekir is actually a French professional footballer. He was FIFA World Cup champion 2018. So When he found about our app, they approached us. Alhamdulillah, they became our official ambassador. If you go on Nabil Packers Instagram, you're gonna see that Musaffa, the ambassador for Musaffa. So Alhamdulillah, they believe in the vision. They joined for the vision and the mission. You know, Alhamdulillah. So not just the vision and mission, they also became a large investor, Alhamdulillah, in the company. So please do research on him as well, because we want to thank him actually for his trust. So these ones you guys can go over, inshallah, on the investing.musaffa.com. We'll go over. So this is our milestones. Again, this is going to be shared. Please, we don't have much time, so I'm going to go forward quickly, but this is something you guys can actually download and go through. And Alhamdulillah, as I was saying, we have amazing so far. Quite well, I wouldn't say amazing because we still have to work a lot, but we have a good feedback, about 4.6, 4.7 on Android. So this is me. Actually, you guys can connect investormusaffa.com. At the end, we have a appendix. It's a product roadmap. You guys go over details, like all the things I discussed about the academic, community, global halal stock screener, investment research, what's included. And again, this one is how do we link the portfolios. We intend to actually have hundreds of brokerages available in Musaffa soon, inshallah. Right now we start 25 million. This is the goal. One day we want to reach the $1 billion, inshallah. This is the goal, because we want this Musaffa be purified for global investments for Muslims all around the world. Can you imagine how big it is? So everybody from all around the world and filter or purify the investments through one channel, inshallah. This is going to be musaffa.com, inshallah. Okay, with some this is our actually goals. You guys can go through. This is our intentions and purification and zakat platform. So basically this is it. I just went through it quickly. So now we can take some Q&A, because if I want to go through, there's so much documentation that I can go through right now. But let me go over before you guys can ask any questions. So anybody who is interested, actually, they can go invest.musaffa.com. So here you guys can see everything what you need, everything that you need to make investment decision in the company if you decide to do so. There's nothing that I can tell that's going to be additional to this. So please go invest.musaffa.com. Again, you can just, one more important thing, if you click on offering circular or form C, you guys can click on it. And this is the file that we filed to Security Exchange Commission from United States, because we are a US company. We obey US rules, and everything's been diligently with the professional lawyers have been submitted. As you guys can see, all the documentation, all our offering, everything you can see in here, you can get the information from here. As you can see, it's very detailed. All the information you get from here. Please feel free to read it. But on top of that, if you have any questions, you guys reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to answer all your questions for investor@musaffa.com. So you can see from here also, you can actually go forward and see here. This is also like Security Exchange Commission. You guys can see all the legal documentation, everything. And on top of that, if you have any more questions, you can go FAQ. There's a lot of questions we answered from here, for example. And again, please go over it in detail. And if you have any questions, reach out to us, right? And also go over it, top reasons to invest in Musaffa. Again, we have over 850,000 downloads. The market is huge. As I displayed, like over 400 million people. And recently I was in San Francisco last year, and then I applied. Alhamdulillah, they approved us. They gave us over 200,000 actually exactly credit, so that we can use for Musaffa's cloud. Alhamdulillah. So our company was chosen for that, because I believe that they don't give it to everybody. I believe that they do some research on that. And of course, like we raised again, and these numbers, it's going to be updated. So far we have, again, you guys can see all the money, everything. So Alhamdulillah, so you guys can see the team again. It's me again. What Musaffa is, Musaffa solving solution, and all the product you can see here. Please go over it. If you have any questions, again, reach out to us. In the meantime, I will take some questions. Okay, thank you guys so much for your patience. I know we are very passionate, as you guys can see, and then I cannot believe that already like over 50 minutes lapsed, right? Because again, so much information to give, but unfortunately we don't have much time, but we'll do our best. Thank you guys, everybody. So let's take some questions. Let's see. Okay. So Rinat, are you guys answering questions? Nafisa Khan? Any questions related to investments? We're not allowed to talk investments at this meeting, okay? Like terms and conditions, everything's out there. You do your research. If you have any questions, you reach out to us. This whole purpose of this meeting is like introducing to Musaffa what our vision is, what our mission is, and what are the steps we are actually working hard to get to our vision over time. Please unmute Rinat.
Very quickly, Dilshod, just to clarify, we're going to be answering the questions that you received. You have those. And we have enough time only for those, first of all, and second of all, we only answer the questions that we received beforehand, so we don't talk about the terms or any other not allowed under regulation crowdfunding. That's why, and then as you perfectly laid out, whoever is interested for any other questions, they can reach out to you directly by the information that you put to your email, or if anyone wants, they can also email to investors@musaffa.com. But you can have the questions that you received. You already reviewed them. Please, I guess those cover most of the questions that we also received through the chat. Thank you.
Let me actually answer a couple of questions because I really want to answer some questions. We don't want to limit too much. So in that case, I'll answer. Okay. One person, let's see. Amazing questions are coming up. It's related to investments, not investment per se, but it's about like, okay, how do we do methodology? So let's see. One person asked. So I'll have to answer some questions. I wish I could answer everybody, but inshallah, please write your questions. We'll answer them through the email, or you're more than welcome. At the end of the meeting, I'm gonna share my cell phone as well, so you guys can reach out to me and ask from the CEO himself all the questions that you guys need. So doubtful, what does it mean? Doubtful stocks, very good point. So what it means, let me explain to you. So even we do extremely good analysis of the company, for example, United States companies or any kind of company, they're not obligated to break down their revenues per Sharia. They're not obligated. For example, Walmart from US, they're not obligated to tell us, okay, this much money, that actual revenue we make from alcohol, this much we make from revenue, for example, pork products. They don't tell you that, but they say, okay, it's from food, we made this much. So what is it? That becomes a problem. And then even if you reach out to them, they're so big that they don't answer. Even if they do answer, like they're gonna say, we're not obligated to answer. So that's the thing, that sometimes these companies, so we have to take a little bit conservative too, because we want to be on the little bit conservative side on that, because we want to say, okay, if they're not disclosing, for example, Costco or Walmart, they sell alcohol, they sell pork, but there is no way, even if we do 100% analysis, we cannot reach a conclusion. On those companies, we want to stay away, okay? So when we say halal, it's we take it extreme responsibility, because again, this is not just to actually gain customer. This is about, we have to answer to Allah one day. So we take it extremely seriously. When we say halal, we want to make sure it is halal. Or when we say Sharia compliant, we mean it's Sharia compliant. So that some companies, when you see doubtful, again, we don't want to put in label as not halal, because that would be unjust to the company itself. So we put doubtful, which means like there is not enough information, even if we do 100% due diligence. This is one of the examples why we have doubtful companies. And we do our best. For example, like not a lot of companies, screening companies do that. For example, let's say a company has a lot of cash holdings, and then they don't have to disclose interest income, but they disclose basically net interest income and interest expense. They net it, and there's no way you can separate out interest income. Then we have to deduce it by looking at the market rate, what we believe at the time, that how much cash they have, did they invest with that rate at the time, and we deduce that. And that's okay, because again, this is nobody in US like puts in the bank and they don't accrue interest, right? So there's some things we have to go in details, but again, sometimes that's why we are forced to put doubtful, because we don't have enough data. So, and I hope that answers your question. I'll take, I think like I can take one or two more questions, okay? So let's see. Oh, I can find the MSC World Islamic in the app. Actually, we are working right now. We're covering AFI methodology. Alhamdulillah, soon we intend to release 8 different methodologies all around the world. So we will have like different methodologies, not just AFI, so that, for example, in Malaysia, they have their own methodology, they can use it. Or in Indonesia, they have their own methodology. Inshallah, but of course, our ideal goal is to everybody use one methodology, but again, it takes time. But for now, there are about 8 different methodologies we intend to cover. So again, anything investor related, anything questions, please email us or ask individually, and we will be more than happy to answer. We are just obeying the rules, and under regulation crowdfunding, that's the rule imposed, and we obey. So that's why we don't discuss any investment related items again, but we are more than happy to discuss all the product related items, right? So let's see, one more question I'll take, and then we can, inshallah. It's been 1 hour, so we're gonna try to wrap it up in the 5-10 minutes, okay? It's a little bit over. So I'm going through the questions, I'm trying to answer which one we can answer. Anything investment related, please, again, ask individually. One person said, can we discuss face-to-face now? The best way, set up an appointment with me. It's easy. Reach out to Aleika, or at the end, I'll share my number in like last 5 minutes. I'll just post it, and then you guys can actually answer that. Actually, let me go ahead and post it right now, so that everybody has good enough time to go over that, okay? Please. So you guys can ask me individually any questions you want. Okay, this is my data, so let me go ahead and share it. And in the meantime, I'll answer some questions, and we can wrap it up, inshallah. Okay, so here, again, you guys can see my contact. You can you can basically email investor@musaffa.com, and you have my number there. My personal email is also there, dilshod.beck@musaffa.com, and my WhatsApp, Telegram, my phone number. It's based in New York. You guys can reach out to me. As I was saying, alhamdulillah, we have 3 offices now and over 60 members. Okay, so let's see. We'll wrap it up in the next 5 minutes, inshallah. Okay, let me go over the questions one by one. So I try to answer as many questions as I can. Okay, let's see. Will you have a manager platform, Sharika, my advisor for investing shares? Inshallah, one day. But we are here to change the rules, change the paradigm, right? So instead, before, here's the thing. You know, when you come to Sharika investment, there's like Sharia portfolio, there's like Agaz invest, there's so many different investment platforms coming up from US all around the world. Basically, they're telling you, give me your money, let me manage it for you. But we don't want to do that. What we want to do is like, okay, let's teach people all around the world. Who knows where the next Warren Buffett is right now? Maybe he's in Indonesia, running barefoot. How do you know if you don't give that child a chance? I'm just giving an example. So we want to go through education plus platform. So it goes hand in hand. And imagine if people, or they come to our Musaffa Academy and they learn about investment from Musaffa Academy, where do you think their loyalties lie? Of course, inshallah, it's going to be with Musaffa, because we were the ones first introduced them to finance, Islamic finance, Sharia compliant. And this is our goal. Instead of like, we want to teach basically people, as a term, you say that like, instead of catching them a fish, we want to learn, we want to teach them how to catch a fish themselves, right? This is the whole thing about Musaffa. How do we plan to make it default platform one day for Muslims around the world? How? By giving them the tools they need, knowledge, technology. Let them learn and discover. Let them discover their passion, knowledge, and inshallah, that's the goal. Yes, we one day we will have this managers managing assets, but this is not in the short term. And let's say, yeah, capital gain or dividend purification can be calculated for historical stocks like both last year if you use the portfolio tracker provider. So yes, that's the goal. We are working, improving on it. That's the goal, inshallah. You can also, like, once you integrate your portfolio, we are also going to calculate how much purification you need to make on your portfolio. Stars very confusing. Again, stars are not confusing if we explain it. And inshallah, we will have very thorough, we're working on it. We assigned actually one amazing analyst right now. He's working on writing tutorial for Musaffa for a whole month. So we will explain to you guys in a very simple language. That's why we are here. For example, as I said, Sharia compliant, you jump in, you buy it. For example, think about it this way. You buy a stock, it's Sharia compliant. In next quarter, it becomes non-Sharia compliant because you bought a stock that was almost not Sharia compliant. And chance of going non-Sharia compliant is very high because maybe 95.01% revenue is Sharia compliant, right? Halal. So it can go basically non-Sharia compliant easily. But if you invest in something that has 99.9% Sharia compliant revenue, then that stock going non-Sharia compliant next quarter is less likely. This is why it's extremely important to understand the STAR system. It really makes sense once you get into it, because just saying Sharia compliant is not going to cut it. Basically this way, which one is better? I think the Mungali asked the question. So you have 100 students in a classroom, 30 passed exam, 30 of them they passed the exam, right? Now they got A, B, C, right? For example, right? So you want to know like which students have A, which one C. C and A students not the same. Okay? So that's why not all companies Sharia compliant means they're same. They just have to follow some criteria based on some numbers. And you want to make just for the companies who are sticking to Sharia as much as they can, intentionally, unintentionally. And we want to reward those companies by giving them 5 stars. Okay, I think that's all. So this is I'll leave it on another like maybe 5 minutes. And do we have, Nafisahan, do you have any questions or we can wrap it up? It's been over an hour.
Yes, of course. We have some interesting questions that we got during the registration forum. This one is really interesting. One of the attendees, Diana, wants to know, how did you start this path and what kind of difficulties you have faced when you founded Musaffa?
Excellent question. Excellent question. You know, it might take some time, and then you guys can, inshallah, we'll officially end it. And in the meantime, please look at this slide, reach out to me. I'm available. I'm here to help, not just you, for all Muslims in the world, do this investment. So how it happened, amazing. This is a personal story, but I'll share with you guys. And basically, when we start the company, before we start the company, again, as you guys see my photo with Warren Buffett when I came, that was like in 2000, that was like 10 years ago or 12 years ago. And I really wanted to start some Musaffa back then. But at the time, I realized something quickly. I didn't have enough experience to launch whole-scale big platform, right? Technologically advanced platform. I have intention, but I don't have the skill set. And I have financial knowledge, but it's not top-notch, okay? And I don't have enough money. What I have pure intention. Alhamdulillah, it took me another 8 years. So, and then once I realized, alhamdulillah, I landed the job with Wells Fargo Securities, one of the top investment banks in the United States, top 4 banks, huge. I think they have 265,000 employees, one of the biggest, and they manage trillions. And then, alhamdulillah, for 7.5 years, I worked closely with technology and finance. I developed the skill set to launch Musaffa, alhamdulillah. And then second thing, I need more knowledge. So what I did, in the meantime, I had my bachelor's degree from one of the top universities in Tennessee in the United States. And then I, alhamdulillah, graduated as one of the top finance students. And then what I did was, I pursued my CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst. Please do research. It's the highest designation you can get in finance investments. highest one in the world. I think it's top 5 hardest exam, I believe it's in the world. So I passed all 3 levels. I got my CFA chartered designation. Why? Alhamdulillah, intention is Musaffa, to build Musaffa. Then I wasn't happy with that. I said, I'm gonna go do my MBA from the top universities. Alhamdulillah, University of Illinois at the Urbana-Champaign, I did my MBA. And with a very high GPA, alhamdulillah, I graduated. This is considered like top 5 technology graduate universities in the United States. Alhamdulillah, I did graduate and I did concentrate on data science. So I did that part. So I got the knowledge, I had that experience. In the meantime, I had over $200,000 actually. With that, I started the company around $240,000. I started investing in the company myself before we getting any dime from anybody else. Alhamdulillah, with all that, again, the plan was a long time ago, 8-9 years. Basically, it was developing. It's not like one day I woke up, I said, oh, I got nothing to do, let me start the company. It doesn't work that way. You have to have the passion, you have to have the plan, commitment, discipline, and it takes years to build that. And alhamdulillah, it's reflected because when we started, alhamdulillah, Akram joined as soon as he started as a co-founder, and we have another 60. Nafis Ahan here, one of the first people, Abdul Ghaffar, one of the first people. We have so many people join and they believed in the vision and they're still here. They're going 100% because again, we are 60 people and inshallah, we want to go 600 people, 6,000, 60,000 people inshallah one day, because what we're building is $1 trillion industry, trillions of dollars, right? So if you really think about it, it's like gateway to halal investment through stock market. And this is something amazing and we are extremely passionate. I hope I answered the question, Nafis Ahan. Again, I tried to be short, but again, alhamdulillah, we are very passionate about this. So it took a lot of planning, a lot of dedication, years of planning, alhamdulillah. Okay, 1 hour, 10 minutes, and we can wrap it up. I think it was very successful, alhamdulillah. I think a lot of people got at least they got exposed to Musaffa, what Musaffa is about, what's the vision and the mission. That's the most important. Again, before we wrap it up, please reach out with any questions. We can answer one-on-one. We will be much more open and answer all your questions. And before we wrap it up, why, again, I want to reiterate one more time, why we are raising funds through crowdfunding, right? Regulation crowdfunding versus raising from big institutions has millions and billions dollar backing. Of course, we could go that route, but we are a community-driven company. We start the company for community, and we want to have this link with our community where they become our customers and investors so that we serve them from both angles, as a customer, as an investor. So in that case, I think there's going to be perfect alignment and our commitment will not be compromised, because we want to make sure that the investors, they believe, they live the vision and the mission. And that's why we're approaching, alhamdulillah, you guys can do thorough research. Alhamdulillah, people are trusting us with our platform, alhamdulillah. And that's all. I think, Rinat, maybe you can add one thing and then we can end it.
Yes, I wanted to give his usual disclaimers, which is very important because Musaffa is a young and growing company and all the legal regulations are very important, and we try to uphold all the laws and ethical rules that are imposed on us. So very importantly, so this webinar was to introduce about the company and to mention that we are raising funds under regulation crowdfunding. As regulation crowdfunding doesn't let us to talk about the details of the terms, that's why CEO Mr. Dilshod Jumaniyazov showed you where you can find all the questions to the documents and then FAQs. Everything was set up for you easily to go through and learn. So please feel free to go. And the very last disclaimer and very important disclaimer during this webinar. So we mentioned a few forward-looking projections, and they're subject to risk and uncertainties. And as everyone understands, the companies, the market and startups, how they operate. And then actual results may differ materially from projections and should not be considered as a guarantees or future performance. But we, of course, try to our best to meet those forecasts, but they're always based on dependencies and assumptions that any companies do. So just wanted to mention a few of these, and then if Alaika, you can unmute Nafisa Khan. I guess you wanted to conclude the before we off bark from this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jazakallah khairan for everyone joining. One of the main purpose of our webinar is to show you guys what is happening behind the scenes of Musaffa. Our goal is to get to every one of you better, and inshallah we are looking forward to see you in upcoming webinars, and we are really open to suggestions and inviting guests, and soon inshallah. Thank you so much for everyone joining. As Mr. Dilshod mentioned, we are ready to receive questions on the giving addresses. Thank you so much for everyone.
Again, thank you everybody. I'll actually end it myself. So thank you so much. Again, you can go invest.musaffa.com, and then once you click invest now, it will actually guide you through the steps that's been done through a broker dealer actually we're partnering with. So everything has to go through extremely, alhamdulillah, this is completely like legal based on US laws and everything. So thank you so much again. We are incredibly thankful for you allocating your time from your busy schedules, and inshallah this is our first official I would say for in 2024, and we will inshallah plan to hold it like regularly so that you can invite your friends and family and whoever interested. We will keep sharing it, we will keep sharing the message, and based on that, please pass the word out. We are here for community. Alhamdulillah, 407,000 people decide to register, and alhamdulillah, that means faith, that means trust, and they're being alhamdulillah generous with their feedback. 4.6, 4.7, 4.8 out of 5. Alhamdulillah, thousands of people are trusting us with our work, and I hope that everybody here supports Musaffa in vision and mission by contributing as much as they can, and at least get the word out, and have like inshallah thousands of people join these webinars so we can keep educating them inshallah. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair.